What's up guys, it's the Bald Eagle here bringing you another video, and today's topic is China protests politicization of sports after the WTA, Women's Tennis Association, stops their dealings with China. And I just want to say off the bat that this is a very serious topic, and it shows how powerful China is in American politics and in American life, because they have a hand in different brands, they have a hand in our sports, they have a hand in pretty much everything that we do, since they're a big part of our business just in general. When you think about it, China spends the most money when it comes to like Nike and phone companies and car companies and really every economic process along the way. China has some dealings with it. I mean, it's our largest trading partner by far. We have a trade deficit with them. We buy more products from them than they buy from us. So when that happens, they have an influence on us that goes far beyond just military might. It's an economic power, it's a soft power, and China has been able to exploit that in many ways. And this is just another situation. So anyway, Peng Shuai, a very famous tennis player from China, has come out with the SA, I'll let you guys guess what that means, allegation, on one of China's senior political members. I don't know which part, I think he's retired, but he had a high ranking in Chinese politics. And pretty much as soon as she came out with that allegation, she went missing for the span of 2 weeks, which is a big deal. And if you don't know, China is quite famous for this. There was a famous billionaire who, I forget his name. If you know his name, please comment that in the comments below. But he went missing as well. And I believe for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe in a month. And when he did come back, he was he was all smiles and jolly. Yeah, everything is okay, guys. Everything is okay. But we know, obviously, things are not okay. But anyway, Peng Shuai, after she came out with this allegation, she hasn't been seen for 2 weeks. And while I was reading this article, I think that she just made her first public appearance. She was speaking with children, coming out in the media, saying, "Hey guys, I'm doing all right." But yeah, the WTA, Women's Tennis Association, dropped out of dealings with China. And if you don't know, that's really a big deal, because they were just about to do $10 million in business with China over the next 10 years, I believe, or 8 years. They just have signed a contract to host tournaments in China. And so when they dropped out after finding out Peng Shuai went missing, it really kind of sent a message that, hey, you can't just do these things to people in your country, people who, you can't just kidnap people after they make an allegation or they don't agree with your politics, or it's really not cool. It really shows how disruptive China's country is, how much control they have over the internet and the media, economic policies. And I've even seen it myself, celebrities backtracking when it comes to acknowledging Taiwan as a country, just because China has said, hey, if you acknowledge Taiwan as a country, we're not going to do any business with you. And if we make up 30 to 40 to 50% of your revenue, you're going to take a huge ding. And we've seen people backtrack on their words when it comes to China's politics. And in my personal opinion, that's a form of control. That's a form of economic stranglehold. Can you imagine if the US did that? Hey, if you don't acknowledge this or that fact that we believe to be true, or this opinion that we believe to be true, we're going to stop doing business with you. We're going to stop sending you aid. We're going to stop sending you medicine. We're going to stop. And we do that through sanctions. But still, China is known for doing that. And when the WTA withdrawn from doing business with China, I really commended them, because it shows that they care about their players, that they care not just about the money, but the well-being of the people playing the sports. Because you have to realize that it's the people playing the sports that make these things economically viable. And if we don't stand up for one player, whether they're in China or the US, And Peng Shuai, she's a very popular player. She's like the Serena Williams of the U.S. And so if you imagine if the U.S. kind of censored a tennis player, and other countries decided to stop doing business with us, it would be a big deal. But when China pulled out, when the WTA pulled out, they were quite upset. And now they're complaining, oh, don't politicize sports. Well, don't politicize kidnapping your citizens when they don't agree with something that they're accusing that one of your senior members did. China totally went about it the wrong way, and I commend the WTA of doing that. I think that they're now hosting the tournaments in Mexico in the meantime until they can really guarantee Peng Shui's safety, even though she came out and did a public appearance where she's meeting children and waving at the cameras. You know, behind the scenes, they probably told her, hey, we're going to let you go, but you better act happy. You better act like we didn't do anything to you. And if you get questioned, we know your family. We control your career. If you say anything that we don't agree with, there are going to be consequences. And that's how China usually operates. They operate with threats, economic threats, political threats, physical threats. And honestly, if the WTA didn't step out of dealings with China, who knows what would have happened with Peng Shuai? She might have never returned. She would have gotten lost. They probably would have said she had complications with COVID. And yeah, the WTA pretty much saved Peng Shui's life, if you really think about it. Every time there's a large media uproar of when someone is going missing in China or has mistreatment, they magically reappear because they know that the political backlash would have been greater than making that person be quiet. And I'm pretty sure if Peng Shuai is given the freedom to truly respond on how China has treated her, she would have a lot of things to say. One thing that I was reading as well is that before she made a public appearance, someone from the US was trying to contact her via email, and she was responding back saying, yeah, everything is great. I'm doing amazing. They're treating me well. And that I hope China and the US can continue to improve tennis or something like that along those lines. I'm kind of paraphrasing. And you know, Peng Shuai isn't going to be saying, yeah, I hope China can continue to push tennis and have economic development. That sounds like someone behind the scenes really writing for her. And I hope that she continues to be okay. I commend the WTA of pushing back. I think more brands need to do that. If we keep letting China have economic power on different things that we do, are we really free? If they can control politics from across the sea with just a dollar bill and trade agreements and whatever it is, it's going to undermine our power as a country. It's going to undermine our power as a people if we keep being bullied economically. I've always been a person who pushes an economic stronghold of our own country. We need to be producing our own goods, our own services. Things should be made in America, because when they're not, you give other people control to say, hey, we're not going to be doing business with you anymore. We're going to stop shipping things to you. And what happens then? We're in a total economic panic where we have to bend to the will of other countries for our own financial gain. But yeah, guys, this is just a little thought piece on how I believe China is getting too powerful in the world stage when they can start to make people disappear for coming out with an allegation. And honestly, I believe her. I don't think she would come out to knowing the dangers and the social credit system of China and the history that they have of making people disappear who say things that they don't agree with. I definitely commend the WTA. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, continue to give me feedback. I'm trying to get better and better each day. And yeah, have a great one, guys. Bald Eagle out.